Okay, so I'm going to show you how I made this cute little resin table with dried flowers. It was actually my first piece with any dried flowers or anything, so it was quite fun. And this is my first instructional video, so bear with me. So you want to start out by drying the flowers. I forgot to take a video of me placing them in here, but you want to put them in a bin and pour the silica gel sand on top of it. I let it sit for 8 days, and this was when I took them out. You just want to be real gentle with them. I probably could have done that better, but unfortunately a lot of the petals came off. And the sunflowers, I lost some petals, but that's okay. So this was taking a while. Luckily, my husband came by with a great idea to use a sifter. First he used a small one, and then he took out a larger one. And some people wear like a mask when you do this because the particles from the silica gel sand, it's like toxic. I mean, it gets in the air like a cloud of something. So you just have to be careful. But I laid them all out in my workspace. And then I mixed up some resin. Mine is a 1-to-1 ratio. So I usually use these cups I got from the Dollar Tree. And if I fill them just under the brim, that'll make like a full solo cup. So that is convenient. And then I use an electric mixer, which has greatly improved my life. And I'm just pouring the first coat of clear resin. So the bottom of the table is going to be the top. And just spreading it out. And this is where I should have taken a heat gun and gotten out all the bubbles. But I totally forgot to do that. And then I just pour the rest of the cup of resin on top and try to cover all the flowers. Hit it with the heat gun, and this can sort of shift things around. So I went back in with a popsicle stick and just put things back in place. this is it the next day. The resin's dry. So I'm going to put a layer of resin on it. So I'm mixing the resin. Oh, this is when I first got the digital scale, which was a huge help. Oops, that's that's when I mixed too much resin, and unfortunately I lost all that resin. It was quite sad, but anyways, the scale is helpful in weighing out the resin because you don't have to waste cups. But anyways, I want this layer to be, it's gonna be white pearl. I'll put in some white paste and mix those together, and it's gonna be like a transparent layer. And then I poured it in there, of course, and now I'm just spreading it around. So I came back 6 hours later and it was hard. So I'm gonna do the next layer, which is gonna be more opaque. And I'm just adding the same colors, just a lot more of it. And we pour it on top. And there's still going to be things sticking out, but that's fine. We can sand it down or clip them off after. And hit it with a heat gun. This is the next day. Oh, this is the exciting part. Who doesn't love taking out things from their molds? That's my favorite thing. Especially when it's upside down like that. So pretty. Yay. So now I'm gonna mix the final layer, which is the flood coat. It's gonna go on top. And with the flood coat especially, you wanna make sure that it's really level. So that's what I was doing here. It's just super hard to keep things level. Like, the table underneath that was level, but once things are on top of it, I don't know, things just change. But you just pour the resin on top. Let it drip off the sides. Hit it with the heat gun. Some people sand it in between layers. It just always scares me. I feel like it's gonna be blurry if you sand it, but once you put the resin on it, it's totally clear again. And I'm just wiping it off from underneath. And this is the next day. It's nice and shiny. So I just need to fix the bottom. So I usually borrow, well, I borrowed my husband's tool. I call it a leveler. He insists it's called an oscillating tool, I believe. But it just works so good for getting resin off the bottom of my pieces. But this actually took a while. I mean, you could sit there and sand for so long and to get the big chunks off, but it's easier just to cut them off. Now my workspace is all dusty. But I take care of that with a dust buster. This is like one of my favorite tools. Seems silly or unnecessary maybe, but like it just, I love having it right next to me. Okay, so we're gonna sand it. You wanna start out with a low grit. I started out with 80, but I would recommend starting out lower, like 60. And then I went to 180. So I got this table at the Dollar Tree. I found it and knew I had to use it for something. And I was really unsure if I wanted to keep it white or do gold, but I went with gold. Got this paint at Walmart. So instead of buying legs, that is actually pretty pricey. This was just $5, and I'm just spray painting it. And I'm going to adhere the tabletop to the top of that. It was funny because at the Dollar Tree, my friend that works there, well, I don't know if he knows he's my friend, but I purchased that and he's like, ma'am, I just want to make sure you understand that this is a table, not a chair. I'm like, yeah, I got it. And then in this, when I first flipped it over, I was like, bam, that looks nice and like luxury. Just the white and gold. You could make a table just like that. But I did 2 coats of the spray paint, and now I'm going over it with a gloss coat, semi-gloss coat. And this is it all dry. So I talked to my husband and we went over several ways of putting the thing on the top of the table because the screws would go through, you'd see. So I'm like, just give me that tape that you have that can hold up to like 80 pounds in a square inch. It's called Scotch Extreme, but I've seen a video where somebody else used tape like this on a table, and it's not like it's going to be hanging upside down. It's going to be sitting on the ground, and this tape is so strong. So I'm just putting it on. And then peeling off the red part, which some of it was hard to get off, actually. And then I put it upside down and pushed it down onto the tabletop and put a lot of weight on it. Flipped it over, and there she is. Beautiful. So cute. I was so happy with this. and I hope you enjoyed my video. Hopefully I will make some more. Thank you very much for watching.